Hi students, welcome to PhD Jobs and Admission. This is Gauri. So in this video, I'm going to teach you about Research Methodology subject of GITAM University Research Admissions Test 2023. So in this session, I'm going to teach you about methods of data collection in research by using MCQs in detail. So methods of data collection is as well very important topic, and on this topic every year you will be asking 4 to 5 MCQs, and that's why I have covered all the concepts of this topic. And after viewing this session, all of your concepts will get clear. But still, if you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment box after viewing this video. So students, before starting this session, I want to tell you that Global Online team provides you complete course on research methodology. With the help of this course, you can guaranteed qualify GITAM University's research admissions test in the year 2023, because in this entrance examination you will be asking 50% questions on research methodology itself. And that's why whenever you score more marks in research methodology, then obviously you can guaranteed qualify the research admissions test at GITAM University. So in this course, Global Online team provides you full syllabus video lectures under which theories and MCQs both are available. We provide you full syllabus notes and mock tests. So basically students, we have 10 mock tests like this, and each mock test contains 40 MCQs, and that's why overall you can solve 400 MCQs over here itself. We provide you more than 1500 MCQs revision PDF. With the help of this PDF, you can revise all your topics in a single PDF, and that's why you will be getting 80% MCQs from this PDF only out of 100% MCQs in the research methodology section of GITAM University research admissions test. And all of these study materials are available in the both the languages, those are Hindi and English. So students, if you want to buy this course, then you can either download the Global Online app from the Play Store. For that I have given the link in the description box of this video, or else you can contact me through the given WhatsApp numbers on the screen. So students, the course fees are only 699 rupees, which are really very low, and in these low fees, Global Online team provides you step-by-step guidance at each and every stage of your PhD admission procedure at GITAM University. And as well, Global Online team provides you 100% passing guarantee, that you can guaranteed qualify the research entrance test at GITAM University. So students, your research admissions test at GITAM University is on 25th June, and that's why you have only 1 month in your hand to do your preparations for the entrance exam. And that's why students, you can do all of your study of research methodology from this course only. You don't need to go to the other sources to study research methodology, and that's why you will cover all of your study topics of research methodology from this course only, and within the minimum period of time. And that's why you will get more time to study on other subjects as well. So this course is really very helpful to all of you students. And as well, you can watch demo video lectures, you can give demo mock tests, and that too free of cost from the Global Online app. Okay, so which is really helpful. Question 1 is dash includes data concerning the family background and educational development. So from these options, which is the research method or which is the data collection method which includes data which is relevant to the family background and educational development? So we have here different options: case study, general behavior, genetic approach, and adequacy. So students, if you have seen all of these options, then you will understand that here only case study is the research method or it is the data collection method, and general behavior, genetic approach, and adequacy, all of these are not any kind of a data collection method in research. Okay, so all of these options gets eliminated, and that's why your correct answer is case study. Okay, here it is very easy to understand the answer to this question because of the options are really very easy. But there is concept behind this, and this is that case study is a qualitative research method, and basically it involves in-depth study of single case from various angles, okay, And data sources includes data regarding family and educational background mostly, and primary data collection methods are observation and conducting interviews over here. Okay, so this is nothing but the case study and the information about it, and that's why case study includes data which is relevant to the family background and educational development. Okay, which one of the following is a type of self-reporting technique? So from these options, which is the type of self-reporting technique? And we have the options: field analysis, questionnaire, case study, focus groups. So let us see first of all what is self-reporting technique. So basically students, self-reporting techniques of data collection uses surveys, questionnaires or polls where respondents read question and select a response by themselves without any interference from investigator. So basically self-reporting technique of data collection uses surveys, questionnaires and polls as the method of data collection, and that's why your correct answer over here should be questionnaire, because questionnaire is a type of self-reporting technique. Okay, and all of the other options like field analysis, case study and focus groups are the data collection methods, but they are not type of self-reporting technique, because within the field analysis basically researcher wants to understand the human behavior in their natural environment. Okay, in the case study, as we have seen earlier in this video, we are going to study in-depth information of a single person only, and within the focus groups there is a homogeneous groups and which has the participants which has the common characteristics. Okay, and that's why here your correct answer should be 2. Next is the techniques by which we can study an individual's personality by observing his or her style of life, behavior, manner, thoughts and feelings is called. So from these options, which is the technique by which we can study individual's personality by observing his or her style of life, by observing his or her style of behavior or his or her style of manner, thoughts and feelings. Okay, so whether the technique is inventory or case history or rating scale or projective. Okay, so the correct answer to this question is 2, because the correct answer is case history. So case history includes all relevant information or material, okay, which is gathered about individual, family, group, etc. And the common type of information included in case history are like basic statistical data such as gender, sex, name, like that. Okay, so basic data it includes, as well it includes clients history of services, as well it includes investigation which is pertaining to client's case. It includes investigation outcomes. It includes past and present treatments and or counseling sessions, then history of illnesses, complaints and their resolution, referrals, etc. Okay, and that's why here your correct answer should be 2, which is case history. And the other options such as inventory, rating scale, projective, okay, these are as well the techniques, but these are the techniques by which we can't study individual's personality by observation. Okay, and that's why the correct answer is 2, that is case history. Okay, next is name the method by which which deals with only one person at a time and promotes his adjustment. So from these methods, which is the method which deals with only one person at a single time, and also this method promotes his adjustment. So whether it is case study, whether it is questionnaire or clinical method or experimental method. So obviously students, now all of you understood that your correct answer over here should be case study. As we have seen earlier in this video, within the case study we are going to study in detail information about a single person at a time. Okay, and that's why case study is the method which deals with only one person at a time, and also case study promotes that person's adjustment. I mean to say, according to that person's adjustment, researcher basically do the study. Okay, as we know that what is questionnaire. So basically questionnaire is a self-reporting technique in which researcher asks the questions to the respondents and respondents themselves gives the answers to the researcher. Okay, within the clinical method, so basically this is the method which is used in clinical areas such as within the laboratory or within the diagnostic labs. Okay, and in the clinical method, maybe a researcher can do a study on a single person, and as well maybe a researcher can do a study on a group of people, okay, which has the common characteristics. Fine. And within the experimental method, researcher can study the relationship between the variables, as well researcher controls the variables in the experimental method, and here researcher statistically tests the hypothesis. Okay, so lots of things can be done within the experimental method, but your correct answer over here is case study. Okay, a researcher wants to study the association between gender and using a mobile phone. Data collected for this study will be. So here researcher wants to study exactly what is the association or relationship between the gender and using a mobile phone. I mean to say how much amount of gender, okay, using a specific mobile phone. For example, how many there are the number of female candidates who are using a mobile phone, and how many there are number of male candidates who are using a mobile phone, and researcher here wants to study that association. Okay, so here for that purpose, what kind of data researcher will collect? So whether researcher will collect quantitative data or qualitative data, continuous data or classified data. So mainly students, there are two types of data within the research, and those are quantitative and qualitative data. So quantitative data, as the name suggests, it represents the numerical data basically, because here we give the particular values to the data sets, and we can measure here the data, okay, through those values. But within the qualitative data, we don't give the values to the data sets, and as well here the data is in the picture or word format. Okay, and over here researcher will collect the qualitative data, because here researcher wants to understand exactly the association between gender and using a mobile phone, right? And that's why here he will collect the qualitative data, which includes lots of experiences, behaviors of each gender towards the mobile phone. Okay, so only quantitative data over here is not sufficient to study whole thing, and that's why here researcher will collect the qualitative data mainly. Okay, and that's why your correct answer should be 2. Arrange the following stages of processing of data in a correct sequence. So over here we have given some stages of processing of data, and we have to arrange these stages in a correct sequence. So let us see what are these stages: coding, editing, tabulation, classification, using percentages. So basically students, whenever we collect the data, so after that we need to process that data for our further processes in our research. Okay, so in that case your first stage of processing of data will be editing. Okay, editing. So within the editing part, basically we remove the unambiguous data or the data which is unclear, and as well whenever there is a wrong information within the data, so we remove it. Okay, this is called as the editing part of the data. Then second is coding. So within the coding part we give a particular kind of a symbol to the data so that we can identify the data.
third one is classification. So after that we classify the data according to whether it has numerical value or not, or whether the data is in picture or word format, according to, okay, that. Then next is we tabularize the data. Basically whenever we have a data set, then we categorize the data in the tabular format, so that it will be easier for all of us to understand the data, and as well we can easily mention the data in the tables easily, okay. And the last one is using percentages. So whatever data we have tabularized, so basically we represent that data using the percentages. So by showing the data by using the percentages will be easier for the readers to understand exactly what amount of data is available, okay. And that's why your correct answer should be 4, which is BADCE, because over here B editing will be your first stage, coding will be your second stage, classification will be your third, tabulation fourth, and using percentages will be fifth stage, okay. Which one of the following stages of the marketing research process is most expensive? So over here we have mentioned that different stages of the marketing research process, and from these stages which is the most expensive stage, whether it is data analysis, whether it is data collection, or whether it is developing the research plan or report writing. So all of we know that what is exactly the marketing research process. As the name suggests, it is a marketing research process. So in this research process basically we study the trends in the market, okay, whatever there is trending in the market, and we study on that. And that's why over here the most expensive stage in the marketing research is data collection, because over here we need lots of data from the lots of amount of people, because here we are going to study regarding marketing trends, okay. And that's why to collect the data we need a lot of funding, okay. And as well here data collection requires lots of time as well, okay. And that's a data collection process over here is most expensive, okay. Which data is cheaper to collect? Now which data is cheaper to collect, whether it is primary data, secondary data, new data, or collective data. Now within the research methodology, again there are two types of data, and those are primary and secondary data. So primary data is the data which is created and used by the first user, okay. And this is the primary data because here first user collects or creates the data at the place where it is originally creates, all of you getting. And secondary data is the data which is created by the third persons or second user, basically second user or third person. So for example, secondary data is the data which is available on the internet, which is available through the texts, okay. So this is called as the secondary data. But primary data is the data that first user collects through the interviews, questionnaires, all of you getting. And that's why here secondary data is cheaper to collect than the primary data, because within the primary data collection method researcher has to take some kind of an activity such as interviews, such as surveys or questionnaires. But within the secondary data a person need to only collect the data from the internet, from the persons, like that, okay. So here secondary data collection method does not require any kind of that much amount of funding, but primary data collection method requires lots of funding, okay. And that's why your correct answer should be 2. Next is, a researcher is interested in studying the prospects of a particular political party in an urban area. So what tool should he prefer for the study? So now over here researcher is interested to study the prospects, okay, of a specific political party in an urban area. So for that he needs to collect the data, okay. So for the data collection, what kind of data collection tool he will use? So whether he will use rating scale or interview or questionnaire or schedule. So students, now here researcher wants to study the prospects of a political party in an urban area. So here there is an urban area, and as well there is nothing like work which is done by a political party. Okay, and by taking consideration all of these things, we can understand that urban area is the area which includes a lot of population, and as well there is lot of population, so researcher can't takes interview, right? So interview option gets eliminated because it will take lots of time for the researcher. Okay, and urban area includes the people who are majorly literate, they are literate, right? And that's why they can answer to the questions whatever researcher asked to them through the online media such as internet, email, like that. Okay, and that's why over here researcher will follow the questionnaire tool. Okay, because it will be easier to researcher, okay, to collect the data through the questionnaire tool. Okay, and here researcher can't use rating scale because rating scale can be operated when there is some kind of work which is already done by a political party. But over here they have not mentioned us that a work has been done by a political party in an urban area, and that's why over here researcher can't use rating scale, but he can use questionnaire. And schedule can't be used because schedule is the technique in which researcher itself fill up the questionnaire. Okay, but over here researcher wants the opinions of the people from an urban area, right? And that's why he wants specific the responses from the people, and that's why to get the responses from the people itself he will use questionnaire, not schedule. Okay, next is which of the following is not the method of research. Now from these options, which is not the method of research, whether it is survey, historical, observation, philosophical. Now students, we need to understand exactly what is the method of research. So research method basically comprises of strategies, okay, strategies, then processes or techniques, that are being utilized to collect data or evidence so as to reveal new information or create better understanding of topic. Okay, and that's why whenever we see this concept of method of research, then you will understand that survey is the method of research, historical is again the method of research, observation is again the method of research, but philosophical is not the method of research. And that's why your correct answer should be 4, because within the survey we can ask the questions to the respondents and respondents give us the answers. Within the historical method of research, basically we can collect the data from the past. Basically we can collect the data through the people in the past, we can collect the data through the pictures or videos which are recorded. And as well observation is the mostly used data collection method in the research, okay, in different kinds of research types, right? And within the observation, researcher can use somehow strategies or techniques such as participant observation is some of the strategy, non-participant observation is another strategy. Okay, and that's why all of these are the methods of research, but philosophical is not the method of research, and that's why your correct answer should be 4. Okay, so students, thank you for watching this session. I hope all of you understood everything whatever I have explained to you, but still if you have any doubts you can ask me in the comment box of this video. Okay.